do I want to get down and do what I need to do, or do I want to play some games? It's Valentine's Day, so I was like, why not get a game or two, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Got my mug. So might as well use it for today. You know, not really a holiday, but if this is my biggest, what's the word? When you drink, you smoke. Um, if that's my biggest thing I got, then I'm all right. Usually I could get a few in before fucking it's like shit. I need to win one, goddammit. Alright, do this. I may or may not got a modded controller. So how do I connect this? Okay, so I guess I could plug it in first. I don't know. The company seems like a total hustler or whatever. Like, do we would a $400 controller make you a better player than like a $30 modded? And then they're like, there's some mods that have like all the mods in it, right? Because it's hard modded, what I'm talking about. And but we're like to keep it simple over here. I think how the ad goes, right? And we only have a couple mods, and I'm like, well, I'm listening to this shit. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Then when I looked a bit deeper, you play that conversation back in your head, and you're like, wouldn't that mean less hardware? Granted, it'd be more stable, whatever, but it'd be cheaper hardware. And something you could technically say it's modded. You get the controller because you look how much a controller is 100, and then you want to make profit. And if you really look at it, by selling anything, you would want to get it for less. The bare minimum would be like a quarter or a fifth or whatever, right? And then it would be, three times that. I'm talking about. We can't just double your money. I'm talking. We gotta like quadruple it at the very least. You know what I'm saying? And the numbers just sort of played in there. I'm like, okay, well, hold up a second. So I'll see what's up. Either way, it's a new controller. So I don't know how much the mods will play into it. Maybe that's me being pessimistic, but that's just my initial thoughts, with this modded controller or whatever. All right. Probably take a few 21 minutes. All right. I'll come back really, you know what I'm saying? Shit. I just wanted to jump on and get a game in. I didn't know fucking it was gonna be downloaded and shit. So well, you know how that is. You get in conversation and then you go back and you realize, their attitude, their words and their phrasing. And then you look back on it like, was that the exact meaning? Then sometimes, when you grow up in like in high school, people will say one thing and then you realize that phrasing only it originated from a group of people, and to have those words like correlate in that exact manner and that pattern could only come from that person. And you're like, well, this person's like, this is where that's coming from. And you go, it was like, why are these people saying it like this? You know what I'm talking about? Or you say something and it comes back up, they repeat the same shit because the chances of those words being uttered, in the same structure is exceedingly rare or whatever. And people, look at you, when you go up to them, it's like, what the fuck you doing? I'm like, no, you can't be doing this shit. And it's just like, well, this is what, no, motherfucker, you're the one, trying to put out this, you know, this false perception and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, what the fuck, dude? Well, I want to go off on a tangent or whatever, but it's like, that this is how it is. When you grow up, you realize these things when you go back and look at these conversations you had with people. And so I was just thinking about that, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? You know? you know, because people diverge. Like when you speak to them, and then you speak to them again, like their thoughts have changed. You know, sometimes significantly from the last time you spoke to them. So you can't continue that conversation off where you left it. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, be nice to get into these deep conversations. But all these external factors play into who they are. I learned, and then they can't really compartmentalize who you are, and they always have these other things that have nothing to do with you affect how they talk to you, think about you, or whatever. And you don't want to let it affect you personally, but you have to understand it when you speak to people. But I think it's very important that you go back and look at those conversations you had, and probably get a deeper meeting. But when it deals with something as trivial as a controller, I really want it. Hopefully, it will improve my gameplay. You know what I mean? Like that's about some hope. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what's up. But I like how they did it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, well, give you an edge, no motherfucker. You just like, I mean, just a little something. You know what I'm talking about? But might as well get the best controller. But come back on. Maybe I'll do some. Fuck it out. Shit. I'll come back on in about like a 10, 15, whatever. It's gonna take a while. Look at my God. See, it's up to a fucking hour. It'll probably download quicker. See? Look at this shit. All right, peace. I'm back on in now.